My name is Artemis from EdTech Reviewed. For those of you who are new to the channel, this is a channel dedicated to reviews about time-saving technology for both teachers at school or parents interested in homeschooling or helping their children with homework. If this sounds interesting to you, make sure to subscribe for a new video every week. In today's video, I'm going to be showing you an exercise from a website called code.org. It's what is known as an hour of code exercise, and this exercise will be a Star Wars themed exercise. So this is the homepage of code.org. I'm going to go to Learn, and then if you scroll down, you can see Hour of Code here. So I'm going to just click View More Hour of Code Tutorials, and then here you can see a whole list of coding exercises. I'm going to pick the Star Wars one. Okay, and here you can see that the exercise is split into a blocks exercise and a JavaScript exercise. So what this means is that a blocks exercise is for beginners. It is more of a drag and drop tutorial rather than a tutorial where users are writing real code. JavaScript is the name of a coding language. You can see here it's for ages 11 plus. This one is for ages 6 and above. So I'm going to click on the blocks exercise. Okay, so just for the purpose of this video, I'm going to skip the intro video. See here, we have our interface. So when I mentioned blocks earlier, these are the blocks that we will need to use to move to our workspace, which is here. And after I move each block over to my workspace, that tells the computer to actually move BB-8. Okay, and here we have our instructions. So our instruction is telling us we need that scrap metal. BB-8, can you get it? So here is the scrap metal, and we can see here that BB-8 has to move right. Okay, so already in our workspace it says when run, move right. So when I press run, BB-8 will move right once, but that doesn't actually get the scrap metal. So we have to drag over a second move right block. Okay, so that's our first puzzle. So you can see here, these are all the puzzles. We have 15 to do. Okay, so in our instruction box, it says we need more scrap metal. Can you get all the metal in this area? So it looks like I have to move right twice and then move down twice. Okay, so I think now I have to catch this scrap metal and this scrap metal. I'm going to move right, up, down, and then right again. Okay, so here it looks like I have to move down, left, down again, and left again. So it looks like I have to move right twice, down twice, or down. Um, let's just try it. Okay, so as you can see, the more puzzles we solve, the more detailed the puzzles become as we progress through the exercise. Down, and then it looks like I've got to move up again, move right, move right, move up, move down, and then move right. Okay, you can see we've now come to a new part of the exercise where it's not BB8 anymore, it's now R2D2. And now we've got two other conditions. So when up arrow, when down arrow. So here's the up arrow and down arrow. So our instructions are R2D2, I need you to get a critical message to the rebel pilots. Make R2D2 move when you use the arrow keys. Alright, so move up, move down. Okay, because the rebel pilots are, one of them is up here and then one of them is down here. So let's just run this. Okay, so okay, I'm going to press continue. Okay, so now it's introduced more conditions and more directions where the rebel pilots are facing. So I'm going to tell the computer to move up when the up arrow is pressed, down when the down arrow is pressed, left when left is pressed, and right when right is pressed. So let's try it out. Okay. Oh. Okay. Maybe it's because I have okay, I'm gonna have to actually go and have a look at this and come back. I saw that the problem was that I didn't press run when I wanted to execute the command. So right now what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna click this button that says start over. This basically just allows me to kind of start this specific puzzle from scratch, but it will save like all my previous work that I did before. So over. Okay, so I'm going to drag the move up to this condition, move down to this condition, move left, and move right. Okay, now I'm going to press run, and now it's going to start. You can see now it's just executing all these commands. Okay, so now this condition is saying reach the rebel pilots. Let's add points. Add points when R2D2 gets each rebel pilot. Get 900 points to win. Okay, so we can see here there's 3 rebel pilots, so that means that I would need to get 300 points for each rebel pilot to get 900 points. It also says you can play around with the sounds. I think I like the first one. Or what about this one? Random, so I guess that's just kind of a surprise one that they didn't play before. I'm going to go for this one. Okay, and then I'm going to change this to 300. Okay, now I'm going to press 1, down, okay, so you can see that the exercises get kind of harder as you progress, and I mean that exercise also included maths, which was pretty cool. Oh, watch out for stormtroopers, add 100 points when R2D2 gets a rebel pilot, remove 100 when he gets a stormtrooper, get 200 to pass the puzzle. You can use the mine arc to make it easier. Okay, so okay, so in this exercise we actually have to set all the commands ourselves. So, for the first command, I'm going to put when get rebel pilot, add 100 points, when get stormtrooper, remove 100 points, okay, and then when get mine arc, I'm going to play, but let's choose random. Um, okay, so I have to actually avoid the stormtroopers here. So actually, to make it kind of easier, I'm just gonna put 300 points. Alright, let's go. Okay, so our instruction says, I'm seeing signs of increased activity on this planet. Add 3 puffer pigs to this planet, then you'll get them. Okay, so when run, play, so we can see the commands already added here for us. I'm gonna press run. Okay, okay, I'm gonna have a look at this one and come back. I got a little bit distracted, and I didn't actually see that it asked me to actually add 3 puffer pigs. So what I did is I actually dragged 3 add a puffer pig block over to this command when run, so that I could actually capture them. So right now I'm gonna press reset and now run. So I gotta go get them. Okay. Cool. So now it's up to you, R2D2. When you get a Tauntaun, make 2 or more Minox appear, get 8 Minox. Okay. Okay, so right, so when run add so now I'm gonna actually okay, I'm gonna put add a Minoc. Yeah, and I'm supposed to add 2, so I'm going to drag 2 add a Minoc blocks over. Okay, and then it doesn't actually say how many points I have to get, but I'm just going to put 100 here. Yeah, okay. So let's try this out. Okay. Okay, my score is 400 points. Then multiplying, can you make 2 or more mouse droids appear every time R2D2 gets 1 mouse droid, get 20 mouse droids? Okay. So I'm going to drag this command when get mouse droid over, and then I'm going to drag over 20 mouse droids because the instructions ask me to get 20 mouse droids. So I'm going to make 10. $16, 17, 18, 19, 20. Alright, let's play random, mix it up a bit. I honestly have to, I think I may have to add points as well whenever I get a mouse droid. I mean, otherwise it would just go in an endless cycle, but I could be wrong, let's just see. I think the fun about this is just making mistakes and then trying again, because I guess that's just the best way to learn, really. Okay, yeah, that should get me like 200 points. Sorry, 2,000 points at the end. Okay, then. Okay, let's try and catch this mouse droid. It's going pretty fast. Oh. Maybe I'll just wait for it to come to me. Looks like a smarter mouse droid than I think. Oh, damn it. Okay, this mouse droid is really fast. Okay, now this is gonna be a bit of a frenzy. Whoa. Okay, I guess because I added so many points, I didn't have to, like, get every single one. Time to visit another planet. Use the new commands to change your droid and its speed. Then get the rebel pilots. Okay, so right. Okay, so the commands we already have here, or that when we press run, it's going to add a rebel pilot 3 times, set a random background, set a random map. So what I have to do is change my droid and its speed. So let's just see the different types of options. So set droid to a okay, so I guess I have to add varying speed. So let's just say I'm going to set him to a normal speed here, and then I'll set him to kind of like a random speed here, and then let's just at the end I'll set the droid to a fast speed. When get rebel pilot, let's say add 100 points. I'm guessing this might be the command to set the droid speed. I'm sorry, not the speed, to change the droid. So okay, so I'm going to create a new command saying when get rebel pilot set droid to R2D2 when get rebel pilot set droid to random when get rebel pilot set droid to C3PO, and I'm going to get rid of this command because the instruction actually doesn't ask me to do that. So let's run. Let's go. Okay, you're on your own now, R2D2. You have all the tools you need now to create your own puzzle. Feel free to explore and play with all the different commands and events. When you're done, press the finish button to continue. Okay, so here's the part where we can be a little bit more creative. Added some commands and events. So all the green blocks that you can see here are called events because they're what is added when something happens. So for example, when the up arrow is pressed, the character will move up. When an obstacle is touched, 10 points will be removed. When all characters are captured, the game will be won. And when get a specific character like Minarch, or Puffer Pig, Stormtrooper, any of these characters listed here. In this case I've picked Stormtrooper. A different background will be set and 10 points will be added. So these are the other changes I made, was that I added the command add a Stormtrooper and add a Minoc, just so that R2-D2 would then be able to actually capture them. So I'm going to click run now. So you're going to see the background's going to change. Okay, I've got to be careful not to hit any obstacles, because when I do I'm minus 10 points. Now I've just captured Minoc, so now the Hoth background is showing. I'm going to move up. I need to be careful not to touch any of these rocks, because otherwise I will lose 10 points. Okay, and now I've captured the Stormtrooper and I've won the game. So that was the Star Wars Hour of Code. If you enjoyed that, please feel free to like this video or leave a comment about what you liked about it. And of course, if you didn't like it, I'd love to know your comments and your feedback as well. Thanks so much for watching.